Hi, this is Dana Shute, founder of Top Gun Trade Zones. As a professional trader with over 25 years of trading experience from the floors of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, Chicago Board of Trade, and Chicago Board Options Exchange for world-class trading firms such as the Hull Group and Goldman Sachs, I have taken the absolute best tools that make me a successful trader and are making them available for the first time to traders of all experience levels, from professionals to independent new traders just starting out. Our market reaction zones, or MRZs, are one of the most critically important tools I use to master the markets. This video is to provide you with an overview of the Top Gun Trade Zones MRZ indicator for Ninjatrader. In a nutshell, the MRZ indicator reads our key market reaction zones, which represent major areas of supply and demand going back 1 to 2 months, combined with algorithmic calculations across multiple time frames, from a local text file on your computer, and automatically places those MRZ zones on any NinjaTrader chart. Now let's look at one example of how those are depicted on a chart. On this particular day, we can see that the supply zones or support zones are highlighted in green, and the resistance zones are depicted in red. Also, the bull-bear zones, which are basically pivot points or key balance points in the market, which determine whether the bulls or bears are in control. As far as how the indicator works, what you will do each day, you will get a tweet around 7:30 a.m. stating that the MRZ's zones have been posted on the member area of the website. Those will be posted along with the morning trade plan and market overview for the day. At the bottom of the member area for your subscribed markets, there'll be a file to download for that day's MRZs to your computer. The file will be put into your local C drive automatically in a folder called Top Gun MRZ, followed by the market names such as ES, NQ, CL, etc. Now you would simply open your chart, open your indicators, and you would go to the zones and you would go to the file path, and it would remember where it is. In this case, Top Gun Trade Zones, ES. These are all loaded. Today's already loaded, so we don't need to do that. And essentially that's all there is to it, and that would automatically place the zones onto your chart. Now, as far as the indicator settings go, they control the look and feel of the indicator. So what color the bull-bear zones are, the resistance zones, as well as the support. You can also control the opacity of each, the borders and the actual shading of the zone, the text and the size of the font and the text, etc. Now, all the graphics can be customized in the indicator. Now, we'd recommend leaving them the way they are in the default settings, which are very intuitive, green, red, and gold. But if you're using different color charts, you might have eye issues, etc., you have absolute full control over how you want these zones indicator to be displayed on your charts. For example, on some charts, I use the red, green, and gold. But on other charts, for simplicity's sake, I use white zones at a 50% opacity. And that would look like this, and it just depends on what I'm using them for. So on this chart, totally different look. A lot of people prefer dark charts, a little easier on the eyes, but you'll figure out what works best for you. Now, in this video, the purpose was to explain how our zones work, not to explain how our zones work or how to use them in your trading, because there's ample information on our website, so please check that out. And once you become a member, you receive more. However, just at a glance, you can see from today's trading how our MRZs, the zones, captured key turning points in the market. Now, whether you were looking to fade a move up back to the opening range, which was somewhere in here, or fade this move down, you can see how all these moves are caught by our zones. Now, also, when the move is establishing a trend, they create very good areas for pullback entries and also targets. The market tends, as we know, to move in Z patterns or W patterns, and when you combine this with some fibs and EMAs, it becomes very, very powerful. But I also want to point your attention to the fact that at 8:30 we had a major news announcement, and you can see how the zones captured this move, and this was at 8:30. These zones were on the chart at 7:30. If you did not have these zones placed on your chart, it would mysteriously look like this thing just turned around in midair and came back. And this was in a matter of a few minutes. This is a 3-minute chart. So now, while we don't tell you how to trade or to advocate trading the news, the more experience you have, and we do have a lot of traders who do trade these outlying type of trades because they know what they're looking for these exhaustion turning points, okay? I mean, this was a 67-point move. Just a return back to the opening range area is about 35 points each way. I mean, you can do the math of what that adds up to. So, anyway, you can see that how powerful it can be just from that standpoint. But let's get back to the indicator. Now, the indicator can be plotted on any number of charts. There's no restrictions whatsoever. You can have these zones plotted on multiple charts on multiple time frames. It's a one-time purchase and you own it forever. And the vast majority of our clients do, in fact, own it because it's a valuable time saver and it allows you to spend more time preparing for the trading day as well as actually trading. Now, we're looking forward to having you as a Top Gun Trade Zone client, and we welcome you aboard. It's time to prepare for your next level of trading. Also, if you're struggling as a trader or you're a new trader, please check out our partner website, Top Gun Trend Trading. It's a trade signal service based on my 25 years of proven professional trade experience, and we give clear, precise trade signals. And in the near future, we'll be leasing or selling the same software I use to generate the signals produced for that service, as well as for my own trading. And those signals will totally change your trading around. Thank you, and I look forward to having you join us as a member.